If there's one character who deserves to get her own spin-off from Dishonored, it's definitely the plucky Billie Lurk. And what's interesting is that she's got some new powers that make Death of the Outsider feel more like a standalone game a la Uncharted The Lost Legacy than your average Dishonored 2 DLC. Or any DLC for that matter. The story, as the title suggests, is all about a journey to kill a god. The infamous assassin is partnering up with her former mentor to take out the Outsider, the same mysterious being who gave powers to Emily and Corvo in the original Dishonored and its sequel. The Outsider is the #1 on their new hit list, with the pair believing he's responsible for most of the evil in the Empire. The section of Death of the Outsider we played at Gamescom saw Billie trying to track down a series of gang leaders in the underworld of Dishonored 2's Karnaca. And although we only got to spend half an hour with the game, there are some rather crucial changes and gameplay tweaks that developer Arcane is introducing with this DLC pack that makes this feel like the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. There's no grand deviations in terms of main gameplay tropes, but it's the more granular stuff that makes Death of the Outsider so interesting. For a start, whether you decide to go lethal or spare their pitiful lives, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of Billie's life. Arcane has ditched the chaos system for Death of the Outsider, because we already know that Billie knows the effects of her actions through the previous experience we've had with her. It gives the combat a little more freedom, and there's no penalties for mixing it up between stealth and combat here. And then there are Billie's new powers, which might just be the best in the series. Firstly, you've got Displace, which seems to be Billie's version of Corvo's rather iconic blink ability. Using Displace, you can project a version of her to a different location, leaving it dangling in a purple haze wherever you want to move her next. You don't have to warp there straight away, and you can almost queue it up so it's ready for you to leap when a guard's back is turned, or a target is in position for a little death from above. It's annoying that you can't use Displace through metal grids or walls though, but it feels like that would make things far too easy. It's a tool rather than a shortcut maker. Billie's second power is known as semblance, which allows you to blend into any scene by stealing the identity of any guard or civilian you find. She does this by ripping the face off them, and using it as a magical mask that hides her true identity from the authorities. You're basically Arya from Game of Thrones. We didn't find it anywhere near as useful as Displace, but that's mostly because we were distracted with all the warping around. What we did use very regularly though is Billie's third power, foresight. It doesn't quite give her the ability to see into the future, rather it's focused on allowing you to build a strategy. It freezes time and allows you to float around the surrounding area, tagging enemies and taking a look at their vision cone. It allows you to answer questions like, can that guard standing by my wanted poster on a pillar really see me if I sneak past? Or lets you see a potential route around a locked door. And what's more, if you complete Death of the Outsider and start again, using a feature called Original Game Plus, you can unlock all of Corvo's and Emily's powers too, making Billie quite the powerhouse of play. But the real beauty is that Billie's energy isn't linked to collecting elixirs. She's gained these powers by tapping straight into the void itself, so her energy isn't reduced every time she uses an ability. It's just on a cooldown timer. Wait 30 seconds or so, and you'll be ready to play with the powers again. It's this sense of true experimentation, unlimited by the chaos system and elixirs, that makes Death of the Outsider feel so fresh. It's not that Dishonored needed a new lease of life, of course, but with Emily and Corvo's story closing out at the end of Dishonored 2, this is a very promising slice of what will hopefully be Dishonored's next chapter. Let us know what you think about Death of the Outsider in the comments below. Click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar+.
Since it's your first time at the Spectre, you should definitely try the Sanguine Infusion. It's the house specialty.
I'm game. What is it? Whiskey? Some sort of potion?